Hello there. Oma far away in the kitchen. I've had a lot of time in the kitchen lately, but the year is coming to an end. And I recall my end of year, New Year video from last year. Boy, did things turn out different. That's okay. Still had lots of fun things, and we still had lots of good things, and we still had lots of things to be thankful for. And of course, we, just like everyone else, also had some things that we weren't so happy about and weren't so thankful for. But we all have that. So, you know, life is full of that sort of thing. That's what my father used to say. It's called life. If I talk to him and say, this has gone wrong, or there was a sad moment about something, and he'd say, well, that's life. And he was right. But we just don't always like it, don't we? We'd like it to be a box of chocolates. We don't like all the flavours, but we do eat the chocolate anyway. So I was just thinking about the last couple of days. It's Wednesday today, the 30th of December. There are quite a few people that I know that are actually celebrating a birthday today, just before the end of the year. The sun's just come back out. It's been raining, hosing down, and I really did want to go for a walk. No, I didn't want to. I just know I need to. It's good for me. I'll pop these in the cupboard in my pantry, and we'll chat some more. Yeah, I'll just bring up a few good memories from 2020. Just having a look out there. Let's just go out here for a minute. It's not that it's tropical, but it is dry for now. Looking good. Sun there. I might just get my wee walk in after. Half an hour, that'll do. You don't want to overdo these things, you know. Half an hour, that's fine. It's a nice area to walk in. And I've made my share of walks this last year. So I am grateful that we're living in a beautiful park-like area with the river, the trees, the animals. There's lots of them, lots of birds. And we have a beaver that swims around here every now and then. And we have deer. Yes, we do. And they actually live in the bush there, but they also live further around the corner, and they have these little spots where they can stay the night. The only thing is we've got a lot of high river tide at the moment, and so some of their resting, sleeping places are very wet. So it's not that we're concerned, because nature takes care of its own, but I'm not quite sure where they're sleeping at the moment. So let me get seated in my woman cave. I'll just go and sit at my desk, it's always easiest. Oh, so what was your year like? Messy like ours, I suppose. I don't think any of us weren't affected, and some were more than others. But I remember in January, my husband and I, we went to Belgium, to the Hoogeveen, and we had a week or so there in a lovely Airbnb. And at the end of February, we went and stayed with friends. That was really cool. We try and do that once a year to get over there. They live in the south of the Netherlands in the province called Zeeland. So yeah, we had a couple of nice days there. And we got home early March, or end of February, I think it was 28th of February. It was a leap year, wasn't it, this year? And we got home and I was feeling quite not well, and I thought I was just tired. And maybe with the cold walks that we had done in the wind and the rain, that maybe I got a bit of a chill or something. But I spent about 5-6 days in bed, and it's not like me at all. No, not like me at all. But anyway, I mean, you know, you've got to do what you've got to do. and then I perked up. And I haven't had anything since. Touch wood, touch wood. So that was good. Whatever it was, I got it out the way. And then, of course, a couple of weeks later, the world shut down. Oh, man, it was amazing. And we just had to deal with it. I had plans to go and see my children and my grandchildren. Well, they went out the window, those plans. My girlfriend and I were going to go to England, to Devon and Cornwall. Yeah, we did Wales a couple of years before. It was fantastic. And it was going to come over from New Zealand in the summer to here. And we were going to have another look around. And after that, I was going to go and see the kids. So I had actually kind of a little hope to spend Christmas there. But of course, you know, that didn't happen. It wasn't bad to spend Christmas here, but never mind. But in the meantime, we did manage to get away for a few things. Now, you've seen the view, it's beautiful here, but sometimes you just kind of want to escape, yeah. So we did. We stayed in a hotel and we had breakfast in the room, but we did have dinner in the hall, in the big dining hall, plenty of space, and the food was put on the side table. People wore gloves, and it was very respectfully and beautifully done, and we enjoyed it. We went for walks and things. We did, yeah, it was spring, beautiful, and a gorgeous area of the Netherlands. Not visited by foreign tourists a lot. I mean, Dutch people know to find it, but it'd be so nice to see the tourist industry picking up on that a little bit and taking the pressure off the big areas like Amsterdam and Volendam and places like that. And we had another couple of days away with friends, Sean and Ali. We try and do that about 4 times a year. Well, we only did it once this year. It's a pity. Sean's, yeah, he's not that mobile anymore, and it's very hard for Ali to organise things to go and do. So the 4 of us, we get along really well. And we have some great times together. We've seen a lot of the Netherlands and Germany over the last few years. Yeah, that's really good. It's good to do stuff with friends. We recently went away for what they call a midweek. I don't know why they call it the midweek. Well, it was Monday to Friday. And we're in a sort of family chalet park home thing. Never been to one of those before. And they're very comfortable. It was a 3-bedroom holiday house. Of course, nothing was open. There were no activities. There was no restaurant. Just a supermarket, and the supermarket did have some gifts and things. Because I mean, that's what, you know, that's what they normally had there. And they also, the information centre that also had some souvenirs and bits and pieces. But apart from that, you know, we just relied on our own things. I'd cooked meals here and we just popped them all in the car and took them home. My brother-in-law came. He lives on his own. It's been a hard time for him as well, so yeah, so we spent a couple of days there. Wow, beautiful walks. Oh, yes. It was, yeah, we learnt a lot, history-wise. Really good. Yeah, that was nice. I even had time alone. The boys went off on their own, and the 2 brothers are really, they're their best, each other's best friends. So, yeah, it was a good time. And what else did we do? Well, I spent a lot of time in the kitchen, and my husband has picked up his cooking activities again. So we just about have to book who's going to cook which night. That's quite funny. That's okay. Yeah, it's good that he keeps occupied. He's actually away at the moment. He's in the Biesbos. Yeah, put a link up there. The Biesbos, a national park. It's just up the road, well, actually just up the river. We live almost the gateway at the national park, and he has some responsibilities there, so he's just gone there for now. New Year's Eve, he and I are going to be home alone. That doesn't happen very often, but that's okay. It's quite nice too. It's good to do something different. Yeah, I'll enjoy that too. And you know what? You know I like to cook, don't you? And, you You know what? Tomorrow I'm not cooking. We are going to binge on McDonald's. Why on earth would anyone want to do that? I just feel like it. I do. I just want a big hamburger, and I want bacon in it, and I want a big piece of meat patty in it, and I want lots of salad, and whatever they can throw at me I want in it. This big dish that when I take a bite it's all going to dribble all down my face. And I'll have some of their chips, and by the time I get to eat them they'll be all soft and dangly and they'll be revolting. But I'll enjoy them just because I've got them. And I'll finish off with a salted caramel McFlurry, or anything that looks like it. Oh. Now, I've been losing weight the last few weeks, or months actually, last couple of months, and I'm doing really well. And even over this Christmas season, when I've been practicing my menu and I've been eating things I don't normally eat, I haven't actually gained any weight. I haven't lost any extra, but I haven't gained any. So what I lost, I've still lost. So that's cool. But you know what? For tomorrow night, I'm just going to give it a good go. And I'll just do some extra walking. Yeah. Well, that's about it really for the year. Fancy ending it like that. I'm hoping for snow. A lot of places where there's snow at the moment, and just none here. Just rain. Might get some Sunday. Have you got any big plans for 2021? Or didn't you make any in case you have to cancel them all? Which I can really go that thought. Yeah. Well, that's it for me. That will be my video for the end of 2020. I hope you've enjoyed some of the ones I've put up this year. Have a look around my my channel and just see, maybe there's a few that you haven't seen yet. Especially the ones in and around the Netherlands are pretty cool. You can travel from your armchair. I know I'm not the world's fanciest at videoing and editing and all that, but I do enjoy doing it, and I learn as I go. So I do hope you stick with me in the coming year, and we'll share lots more bits and pieces. Now I'm off to the kitchen, back to the kitchen, because I've got 3 egg yolks going spare, and I've still got a couple of lemons and an orange. There we are, and 1 mandarin. And yes, I'm going to make something, and I'm going to make lemon curd. And who knows what I'll use it for, but the boys like it in their dessert on a bit of ice cream. And I might bake something. So I'm going to make my lemon curd now. And then I'm going to have a cup of tea. And what else am I going to do? Nothing much. I've decided that today I've done my bit. I've been up to my brother-in-law's place. I do that once a week, just to kind of keep the place shipshape. And I've fluffed around here, doing a bit of tidying up. All looks pretty good to me. So once I've made the curd, I'm going to have some me time. So you enjoy yourself, keep safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you again next year. This is boring time. We just stir everything and make it until everything doubles. And then add enough later. And don't put all the high heat until the sugar in there. So you'll need to keep the bottom free from any second sugar. Have fun. I'll see that. Yeah, I'll see that. And time to take off the heat and add the juice starter to cool it down. Then add the egg mixture and put the oil or at least on the stir around until it's a thick sugar for your lovely lemon curd. Right, the curd is now like a thick custard, and I'm just about to turn it off and pour it into a jar. And now I quickly looked in my pantry for the jar, and I found that I've made so many bits and pieces and I've run out of jars, so I've quickly emptied my stemmed ginger into a small dish, because the jar was nearly empty, and I'm just soaking the label off. So as soon as I've finished stirring, I'm going to peel off the label and pour it into the jar. not quite what I had in mind. I did get very wet. My coat will need drying. Oh dear. Oh well, I did go for my walk. This is Oma Faraway signing off 2020. Goodbye and hello 2021.